Hi guys and welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today I'm going to give you 5 things to know when watching tarot card readings. Okay, I've got some notes down here, some additional notes in front of me. So if you see me kind of looking off camera, number one, it's something that I do. And then number two is because I have notes. Okay, all right, so the first is that there are thousands of readers available to you on YouTube alone. Not to mention any of the other sort of ways you can access readers via the internet, right? What you have to understand is that if you're like, as you're searching, you need to find a reader that speaks to you energetically. Like, you really like how they present themselves, how their studio is set up, how they record themselves. Do they show the cards? Do they not show the cards? Do they just generally have a vibe that meshes with you? So that's how you find a reader. The more you watch readers, the more you realize what energy feels right with you. And then also know this, that if you subscribe to a channel today, a few months down the line, as you start to change and morph into like a higher version of yourself, or you experience different things in your life, then your taste for readers will change. So don't be so loyal that you can potentially miss out on a message that was meant for you. It's okay to shop around, and as you subscribe, it's okay to continue to shop around. And sometimes you might leave a reader for a season and then go back, and that's perfectly natural. That's just showing the ebb and the flow of your life and your taste. As so in the YouTube world, or however it is that you're getting your readings, it might be that way in the outside world as well. But that's just showing you growing throughout your life. All right, and then different readers use different tools. Some use oracle cards, tarot cards, crystals. Actually, I've seen YouTube readers or readers in general that use crystals. Some use dowsing rods, some use pendulums, some use, I've actually seen a reader that uses what is it called, Ouija board. And the most interesting reader that I've ever seen to date was somebody that took a flower. I actually have a flower on my desk in front of me. She took a flower and kind of picked at it, and it gave her intuitive sort of messages. I thought that was cool. And then I see a lot of readers use multiple tools in their readings. You'll use like tea leaves or coffee grounds and tarot cards. So some even use smoke and tarot cards. So it's all in what speaks to you and what you find intriguing, what you find interesting. All right. The second thing to know about watching tarot card readers is that you'll see readers that are performing for a collective, right? So they're pulling energy for the collection of people, the hundreds to the thousands to the 100,000s of people that are going to be eventually receiving that message. So when they're pulling their cards, they're pulling for that entire energy, all of those people. So if you're doing like general collective readings, general zodiac readings, you have to understand that not everything in that message is going to be meant for you, because that message is not specifically tailored for you, just you. Although you clicked on the video for a reason, so there might be something in there that it will speak to your current circumstance or future situation. You have to approach it with an open mind, right? Not everything is going to resonate with you, and you are not meant to try to make things fit. A square peg is not going to fit into a circular hole, right? I had a hard time getting that out, didn't I? But you have to understand that sometimes if you're just not getting the full reading that you want, and you found a reader online somewhere that actually speaks to you, then see if that person provides personal readings, because then at that point, you might be able to get something way tailored to your energy, something that you can actually work with and grow with, something that actually more aha moments would probably come in if you booked a personal reading. All right. we were talking about zodiac signs, so this kind of bleeds into number 3. Okay, so the third thing that you need to know when watching tarot is that you need to understand your own personal birth chart, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Even a cursory understanding will help you. Okay, generally people will click on a zodiac specific reading that is their sun sign, so your birthday, right? So for example, I was born at the beginning part of April, so that means that I'm an Aries. My sun is Aries. So when you first start, you're probably watching all the Aries videos, or I know I was watching all the Aries stuff before I found out something about a birth chart. Now, I was originally going to link a free access to a birth chart down below, but there's just so many different ways that you can get free birth charts. All you need to know is the day that you were born, like the day, the month, the time, sometimes even the place that you were born in, and an AI will generate your birth chart for you to help you find your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. All right, and that's going to help you actually when you're looking at these collective readings. For example, like a love reading, if your sun is in one side, for me, I'll just use myself as an example. My sun is Aries, right? If I'm Googling Aries singles readings or Aries love reading or Aries marriage reading or something like that, that whole entire message may not really resonate with me, because my Venus sign is different from my sun sign, me personally. All right, my Venus is Pisces. All right, so in order to get like a better gauge on what it is that may be coming in the future for me, or with the energies that I'm playing with right now for love, I would need to maybe watch an Aries and a Pisces reading to help get a better gauge. If I don't have the means to actually get a personal reading, or haven't found that person to provide a personal reading for me, or I just want to be lazy and I want to go on YouTube and watch some stuff. In order for me to get a better gauge of what energies might be moving towards me, it would be better to use my sun and my Venus as 2 different videos to watch together, right? And then if you want to get your birth chart, literally all you have to do is just Google like zodiac birth chart, and free, and so many different resources will pop up. But you can pay people to actually look all that stuff up for you, or you can go mega old school and go to the bookstore or the library. You could just pick up a book at Barnes and Noble. Don't pay for it. I mean, whatever. Throw me under the bus if you want to, but I'm just trying to help you. And you can start doing all the calculations yourself, like at the Starbucks that they have there. It's up to you. But knowing your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus will definitely help you. But there's so many other planetary and zodiac specific sort of, like tropical versus Western things that you can get and find out about yourself. Let me break down the sun, the moon, and rising, okay? So the sun is typically like your birthday, right? And that's your ego, and that's your motivation. So that's how your head works, and that's what keeps you moving forward in life. Your moon is your emotional state, like how your emotions resonate. Your rising is your outward persona, right? How people perceive you is your rising, and your Venus is your love, right? Like how you express your desires, right? In your relationships in general, not just the love relationships, but like your work relationship, your friend relationships, how you relate to other people. What you have to keep in mind, and this is very important about this, is that that's your soul that's gone through the cosmos to come down to this 3D plane. If nothing were to have happened to it, along the way, you might receive child wounds, wounds as a teenager, wounds as a young adult, lessons and experiences that kind of chip at some of that, right? Or add more bags to who you are. So you might meet somebody who is supposed to be this chill person according to their birth chart, but they're not. And it could be because they're wounded and have not healed. It could be because you are wounded and have not healed. You have to understand that there are life experiences that also play a role in who we portray ourselves to be, how we and how we like react to certain things, so on and so forth. Okay, so grain of salt is a lot of this message. Grain of salt is a lot of this message. And then you'll hear things like about like cross watchers. So what does that mean? If you're dealing with somebody, you can be a cross watcher, or your ex can be a cross watcher, or the person that's sitting next to you in the cubicle can be a cross watcher, or your flatmate can be a cross watcher. I don't know why I said that. Your roommate could be a cross watcher. And why would you want to be a cross watcher, or why would somebody want to cross watch? It's because you're dealing with somebody that is a specific sign, sun, moon or rising, and you want to see why they're acting the way that they're acting, right? So people will kind of spy, cross watch on that other sign to see what do they have coming up in their life, or how can I better relate to this person. Here's an example. Let's say that I'm dating a Scorpio. I don't know. And I just kind of want to see like what Scorpio has going on in his life right now. So I will Google maybe Scorpio tarot readings or Scorpio love readings and watch said reading. That makes me, because I'm not a Scorpio and I don't have Scorpio placements, I don't have strong Scorpio placements, that would make me a cross watcher. But as I'm cross watching, there might be things in the video that resonate with me. Why? Because when that reader starts pulling energies, the cosmos, the universe, right? Those energies that are in charge of that are helping play out the tarot reading knows that you're going to be watching. So there might be some like a little inkling of something that's in there for me as a cross watcher. So that's why you'll hear people say this is a general reading for said and said zodiac sign and cross watchers. Or sometimes you'll see some people say like Aries plus, meaning, you know, whoever's watching this video. All right, so that brings us to 4, timing. People are always wanting tarot to be like, so when is this going to happen? When am I going to get this windfall of money? And when am I going to get the love of my life? When are they going to be the messenger at the door, right? When? Here's the thing. Whenever a tarot reader is creating a video like I'm creating right now, they're picking up on the energies of right now, okay? They're picking up on the energies of right now, but I'm going to tell you how loose that is in just a second, okay? The energies right now, the people that are watching the video right now, where is your life moving? Right now, how is it being shaped? Right now, how do you feel? And if they're a good reader, they're asking for your greatest and your highest good. So it might be a projection of where you could be if you are working for these outcomes, or you're working against the outcomes, right? If you want to purposely create like a block of energy or cut a karmic tie, so on and so forth, right? So if you do the work that you are supposed to do, then this is what could happen. In the time frame is completely reliant upon you and the million pieces that you have in your outer and inner world that need to be placed in the right sort of spaces in order for your ideas, for your reading to manifest. I hope that makes sense. If not, watch it again, because I'm not going to re-explain that. Free will also plays a part. Okay, so if they're saying in their reading, your ex is coming back, your ex is coming back, your ex is coming back, and you're like, I don't want my ex to come back. You create a blockage right there, right? And then maybe 3 months down the line, you're like, I have not received the love that I'm supposed to get. And it was because 3 months before you said, I don't want my ex to come back. And you created that energy blockage, right? So that person that was going to come to you that weekend is now, there's no open door energetically, right? You created the free will. It's your free will that created that timeline. Now, here's a disclaimer. I'm not here saying that you should always accept your ex, because toxic relationships and karmic cycles play their part. So as long as it's a loving relationship and there were just maybe circumstances, that's just my 2 cents, and I didn't need to give it in this video, so no big deal. But somebody probably needed to hear that. Okay, all right, now we're moving on to number 5, and this is our last one. But before we get there, welcome to Intuitive Infinite Light. I am an intuitive reader. I am having a hard time with my own intro. Okay, anyways, my name is Shawnee. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and staying this long with us. I actually am a tarot reader. I do tarot, I do oracle, I work with crystals. All the information is linked down below. My Instagram is out there, and I do personal readings, and I absolutely love doing personal readings, and that's one of the reasons why I came out here to talk about the 5 things that you need to understand about watching videos online, is that that personal aspect is sometimes missing, even though I'm looking right at you. Yes, I am. All right, so if you want to book a personal reading with me, that information is also linked down below. So number 5, we're here right now. Okay. Whew. It is so hard not to get a dopamine rush whenever you're sitting in front of the video and that tarot reader is saying, your love is coming, the love of your life is coming, your life is changing, and windfall of money, you're gonna win the lottery, right? It's addicting, and it's hard to not get addicted, especially if you're going through a traumatic time in your life, or if you just really need a cheerleader because you don't have a physical cheerleader in your circle right now. So number 5 is be careful of becoming addicted to tarot reading. All right, manifestations take action. Actions sometimes takes clarity, and you're not going to get clarity, and you're not going to be active towards your manifestations if you're just sitting and listening to YouTube tarot card readers all the time. You need to take breaks. Too much of anything is not a good thing, all right? And not every message is meant to be your message, although this message is meant to be your message because you've made it this far for a reason, but I'm talking about other videos. Not every message is meant to be your message. When God and the universe guide you towards something, that's different. But if you are constantly immersing yourself in the same thing over and over again, you're just going to be in the same turmoil that you began watching the tarot readings with, but it's just going to be another layer of something different, right? So if you've got an addictive personality and it used to be sodas and now it's tarot, it used to be alcohol and now it's tarot, it used to be sex and now it's tarot, maybe try to find something healthier. Maybe that's meditation, maybe that's prayer, because everything that I'm going to tell you as a tarot card reader, you're already gonna know. Whether it's at a surface level or a deep level, you're already gonna know it. So sometimes it's that interception, right? So that you can get that inner knowing. It's that pause. It's that quiet time that you need to have in order to receive the messages, the motivation, the guidance, the clarity to move through your manifestations, okay? All right. Well, that said, I'm going to be posting more tarot card readings if you want to stay tuned. That is awesome. If you made it this far, thank you. Put a heart of any color down in the comments. Let me know where it is that you're watching from and how this spoke to you, guys. I will be back with more readings here soon. Thank you. Bye.